What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be installing some monster valves from Power Tank. So I have a new set of wheels right behind me here on the ground, and what I'm going to be showing you guys in this video is how to install them from the very beginning all the way to the end. So let's go ahead and get started. So this right here is the monster valve from Power Tank. You guys can see here how big they are. This down here is a 1/4 inch NPT thread. So this uses pretty much the same thread as our airlines. So you guys know that these are going to be very fast. These are going to be the wheels we are going to be installing the monster valves on. This is a hybrid wheel. So you can run it as a normal wheel or with a beadlock ring. And we are going to be running a beadlock ring. And we're going to be using the monster valves on these. So it does come with a standard Schrader valve on it, which we already have installed. We have installed an aftermarket rubber one just because the OEM one uses the metal aluminum sleeve that we don't like, just because it doesn't have play like the rubber ones do. That way it won't break off as easy on the trail. But these are going to go pretty much right over here, right here, and all we have to do is drill a hole, tap it, and then install these. So what we're going to do is we are going to be putting the monster valve right here, pretty much in between the next slope. So what we're going to do is, you see this lip here, we're going to measure for the middle, we're going to center punch it and then drill a hole, and then this will be right about there. So we found out that our 9mm socket centers our center punch perfectly in between this lip that I'm trying to show you guys here. So we'll go ahead and use our center punch, line it up with the middle of the spoke right here, and then we're just going to punch that right there. And that hole is really just going to allow our drill bit to find a guide to drill it all the way through. So there it is, as you guys can see, right in the middle of that lip. Now we can grab our drill. So we are going to be using a 7/16 drill bit, and this is the size that Power Tank recommends. So we will use that to drill through the hole.
Cheers, everyone. Head out.
There we go.
Pop. That's it.
And we'll just blow all the extra shavings off of this, and then we will tap the hole. Once we have the hole drilled, now we can use the 1/4 inch NPT tap, and what this is going to do is going to make the thread for the monster valves to go in there. And the NPT tap is tapered, so it's skinnier at the bottom, wider at the top. So it is going to get tighter as you go in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in as far as we can, back and back out, and just repeat that until you reach almost to the top or the bottom of the tap. So what we have done here is we have installed the tire onto the wheel itself. This is a beadlock wheel with the beadlock ring on it. So this is our hole right there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the monster valve. As you can see here, we took the sleeve with the cap off, and then we took the red screw piece off as well. Now what we need to do with the monster valve is we need to put Teflon or Loctite, whatever you guys want to use on here. Normally with NPT pipe thread, I use Teflon, something like this. This is what you would use in your plumbing at home. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a couple, like maybe 4 or so rolls or rounds of this onto the actual monster valve itself, like so. I have put about 4 or 5 complete turns of the Teflon all the way around on this thing, and this is what mine looks like, and it should be enough to seal it. I went a little bit higher than I did down here. As you guys can see, that it is up here on the X part of the monster valve, and that is because I didn't want to come down here and it would cover some of the hole down here. So I would rather seal it all the way up to towards the top. So now we can go ahead and start threading this in. Once you have it as tight as you can go with your fingers, I'm using a very small ratchet, 1/4 inch with a socket, and I'm just gonna go tight enough before I grab my torque wrench. So about right there, apply like 1 finger. Right there feels good. And now I'm going to grab my torque wrench. So here is the torque wrench that I'm using. It goes down to as low as 25 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. So that's what I have it set at. And we'll just go lightly until it clicks. There. So right there, we are good at 25 inch-pounds. I don't know exactly what the exact foot-pounds or inch-pounds it should be at. It doesn't really specify on PowerTank's website either. But with the normal 1/4 inch NPT, it's around 20 foot-pounds or so. So I did at 25. It's a little bit over what I could find online, but we should be okay. So now I'm going to put the red cap back on, fill it up with some air, and then see if there's any leaks. So when you guys are putting the red cap back on, after you're done deflating it, or what we're doing now is just testing it, you guys don't have to go all the way down. Just go until the air stops leaking. But if you do go all the way down, you will want to back it up just a little bit. So right now I'm at the very bottom, so back it up about 1/4 turn or so. That way the O-rings in there actually seat properly. That's what PowerTank wants you to do. So now I'm going to take the cap off the standard Schrader valve or tire valve, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to get a gauge. We're going to fill up using the monster valve fitting. So this is how you'll air up a lot faster. So we'll push it down all the way, lock it into place, and then we'll start filling it up. You give it a couple seconds. It's nice because you can check your temp or your PSI pretty much at the same time. So let's see where it's at now. So we're at 13 PSI within like, I don't know, 5 seconds or so. We'll go up to about 30 or so to check the leak. We usually run anywhere between 35 and 40, depending on the weight of the vehicle. So we're at 27.9. Give it another couple of seconds here. Okay. 32. So we will be good with that. Now I got some soapy water here. What you want to do is just spray in there. And then what we're looking for is for any leaks, any bubbles to form around where we put the monster valve. And usually when there's a leak, you'll see bubbles inflate and pop. And we don't see any, or I don't see any right now. So we are good. That's how you'll check it. Now we can take that off, and then we'll put our cap on with the lanyard on there. So we'll take it off here. I'll show you guys how fast it inflates too while we're here. Like,
And that.
so pretty much in the time that I put the lanyard on with the cap, almost all of the air has gone out of the tire already. So now we'll put that back on. So usually on the trail or at the trailhead, you guys won't have to take the cap out all the way. So you just take it out until all the holes are exposed, if you want the maximum amount deflation speed. But usually you don't really need to do that. But I'm going to put the cap all the way down and then back it up quarter turn, and then I'm going to fill this back up to the desired PSI, which I'm going to go to 35, 36, and this is ready to go on the truck. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this video. So obviously in this video, we just wanted to show you guys how to install the monster valves on a set of wheels. In a separate video, we'll show you guys times, how fast it fills up, how fast it deflates, and all that good stuff. So we'll have more videos on the monster valves in the future for you guys to check that out. So if you guys are not subscribed to this channel already, please do so, and we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.